On one hand, there are automated behaviors. On the other hand, there is willpower or self-control. Think of your willpower or self-control as a battery that fuels your ability to make good choices and resist temptations. When you want to grow and become wealthy, ensure you avoid committing the same mistake that most of us commit. Most of us get the fundamentals of achievement wrong. Understand this. When the brain is low on energy, it defaults to a state where exerting willpower becomes difficult. You can use these 3 techniques that can help you automate your actions as of now, actions that are related to your goals. Make use of them. Number 1. This is not a motivation session. I don't do motivation. It is a strategy session where you will learn science-based ideas and 3 techniques to develop new habits to achieve desired outcomes. Let's start the session now. When you want to grow and become wealthy, ensure you avoid committing the same mistake that most of us commit. Most of us get the fundamentals of achievement wrong. For example, we end up depending on willpower to achieve our outcomes. Though there is a slight difference between willpower and self-control, I will use these terms interchangeably in this session. Willpower or self-control has been packaged and sold by the self-help and positive thinking movement, making us trust it more than we should. My well-meaning teachers told me when I was a child that willpower is what you need and all that you need. Every culture and language talks about the importance of willpower. In English, we say, where there is a will, there is a way. In Hindi, it is, jahan chah, wahan rah. So all this childhood programming and constant reinforcement have cemented this idea that willpower or self-control can change our lives. And if we do not have them, we are doomed. There is too much dependency on willpower. Now the question is willpower good? Yes, definitely, it is good. Is willpower enough? No, it is not enough. Willpower cannot help you achieve your outcomes. Yes, it helps you take that first step, but the rest of the steps to achieve your outcome depend on the systems and routines, your everyday routines. Although willpower can assist you in accomplishing your objectives, studies indicate that it may not be unlimited. A phenomenon known as ego depletion tells us that willpower or self-control is a limited resource that can be exhausted with use. American social psychologist Roy Baumeister and his colleagues developed a model that explains self-control as a muscle. They suggested that this muscle can become stronger or weaker depending upon its use. The researchers proposed that exerting self-control can result in depletion of ego strength, leading to reduced performance in subsequent tasks. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine that your self-control is similar to a muscle at the gym. For instance, let's say you decide to kick off your day by avoiding the temptation to eat your favorite cookies for breakfast and instead opt for a healthier option. This is where your self-control muscle comes into action and you have effectively utilized it. As per Baumeister's model, much like a muscle that feels exhausted after a workout, your self-control muscle may feel tired after resisting the cookies. This is known as ego depletion, where your self-control strength reduces a little. Later in the day, you may encounter another decision, such as avoiding procrastination on a work task. However, because your self-control muscle is slightly exhausted from saying no to cookies, you might have difficulty saying no to procrastination this time. It's almost as if your self-control muscle is saying, I've been working hard already and I'm a little tired now. This is the reason why people find it challenging to maintain consistency over a long period of time. Let's dig a little deeper with another example. But before that, let's also understand why willpower cannot help you because of automated behavior. Now, what's automated behavior, you may wonder? You see, automated behavior refers to actions or habits that you perform almost unconsciously. These actions become so ingrained in your daily routine that they happen automatically without requiring much mental effort or attention. For instance, tying your shoes, brushing your teeth, or spending time mindlessly on the smartphone. Now, these activities, you have repeated them so many times that you don't need to think about the steps involved. Automated behavior can be thought of as your brain's way of taking a shortcut for things you do regularly. On one hand, there are automated behaviors. On the other hand, there is willpower or self-control. Think of your willpower or self-control as a battery that fuels your ability to make good choices and resist temptations. According to Baumeister's model, when you use up a lot of this self-control energy, you might experience ego depletion, causing your brain to seek out shortcuts. It's similar to when your battery runs low and your brain wants to save energy. It is like the smartphone going into the low power mode when the battery is almost drained. Suppose you had a tough day at work and had to make many decisions that required willpower. By the time you get home, your willpower battery is almost empty. Now, when deciding between going for a jog to keep your fitness commitment or watching television, your brain may choose the easier path. If watching television is your automated behavior because you have done it many times, especially when you're tired, your brain might lean toward that option without putting in much effort. In this scenario, ego depletion makes it harder for your brain to exercise willpower and keep your fitness commitment. Instead, it returns to an automated behavior requiring less mental effort, like watching TV. Understand this. When the brain is low on energy, it defaults to a state where exerting willpower becomes difficult. Therefore, you might rely on habits or automated behaviors ingrained in your subconscious when ego depleted, as these do not require as much mental effort. Whenever you experience ego depletion, instead of doing something comforting and automated like watching television or mindlessly browsing the smartphone, you engage in activities aligned with your goals. The solution for you to do the harder things like going to the gym or choosing healthy food that matters to your long-term goals is to make these activities part of your subconscious mind. Simply put, you have to automate the activities aligned with your goals. You must take these new habits like exercising, eating healthy, and managing anger and program them deep inside your subconscious mind so that when it is time to do these activities, you need not rely on willpower or self-control because it may not work due to ego depletion. I'm working on creating an entirely new program, a course that teaches you how to do this, how you take the things that are hard and put them in the subconscious mind and make it automated. And in the meantime, you can use these 3 techniques that can help you automate your actions as of now, actions that are related to your goals. Make use of them. Number 1, the first technique, activate the power of micro habits. It's better to start small with micro habits to develop a habit successfully. Instead of trying to adopt a big habit all at once, it's recommended to break it down into tiny, manageable parts. For instance, to make reading a daily habit, you can start by just 1 page daily. Once it becomes automatic, you can gradually increase the difficulty. Starting small makes it easier for your subconscious mind to accept and integrate the new behavior. Technique number 2, stick it with existing habits. To build a new habit, it can be helpful to associate it with an existing trigger or cue in your routine. For example, if you want to start stretching in the morning, you could link it to an existing habit, such as making your bed. This means that making your bed becomes the trigger for your new habit. You are sticking this new habit of stretching to an existing habit of making the bed. As you continue to repeat this association, your subconscious mind will begin to engage in the associated behavior automatically. Over time, this can help you establish the new habit as a regular part of your routine. Technique number 3, consistent repetition and positive reinforcement. Ingraining a habit in your subconscious mind requires consistent repetition. To turn the behavior into a habit, make sure you do it regularly. Additionally, reinforce the habit with positive rewards and affirmations. Celebrate your successes no matter how small and acknowledge the positive impact of the habit. Positive reinforcement helps create a positive association in your subconscious, making it more likely for the habit to stick. I provide this complimentary content with the anticipation that as you witness positive outcomes from implementing the shared ideas, there may come a time when you are prepared to collaborate more closely with me and my team. Together, we can work at a deeper level to bring about meaningful transformations. I believe in our potential to make a real impact. Stay connected and be sure to take advantage of the free resources provided with this video. Download the worksheet, it will be beneficial. As always, I am here cheering you on in your journey of creating uncommon reality. I look forward to our next encounter. Go ahead and access the worksheet now. I am confident it will make a positive impact. Take charge.